If you own a car or bike in India, your next trip to the fuel station is hitting your engine and your wallet harder than you can ever think. Ever since the government pushed for E20 fuel, petrol blended with 20% ethanol, car owners have been asking, is this actually saving the environment or is it secretly eating our engines? And the tension is rising over. Citizen groups have officially announced a Gandhi March in Delhi on 31st July to protest the parts of this policy. Today, we are breaking down the absolute truth, the pros and cons, the hidden costing of ethanol-blended petrol in India. By the end of the video, you will know what the ethanol fuel is doing to your car or bike, and most importantly, you will know how to save on your engines without hitting your bank. If you have visited the petrol pump lately, you have seen E20 stickers. You might feel it's a sudden change, but the government has been planning this for years to reduce the massive import oil bills. What is this fuel all about? Ethanol is alcohol-based biofuel derived from sugarcane, damaged food grains, and maize. India, being heavily dependent on crude oil imports, importing over 80% of its requirement, started mixing ethanol to cut down the massive import bill. The government aims to save billions of dollars annually in foreign exchange because ethanol contains oxygen, it burns cleaner. It helps reduce carbon monoxide and hydrocarbon emission from vehicles. It creates a direct alternative revenue stream for Indian sugarcane and grain farmers. Sound like a win-win? So why are the car owners angry? Why should you care? If you have a car or bike manufactured before 2016, your fuel lines, seals, and gaskets were likely designed for pure gasoline. Ethanol acts like a solvent. It can literally eat away at older rubber hoses and plastic components. Imagine your fuel line getting brittle and cracking down while you're driving on a highway. That's the risk we are talking about. But wait, it gets worse. The real danger isn't just the corrosion, it's the deposits. Ethanol is a fantastic cleaner. If you have an older car with dirty fuel system, ethanol will dissolve all the sludge and the junk. And guess where that junk goes? Straight into your fuel filter. If that filter clogs, you're looking at a standard vehicle. Now I know what you're thinking. Should I just stop using it? Well, you don't have a choice. So how do you mitigate the damage? Here is a pro tip. If your car is older, you need to change your fuel filter more frequently than the manual suggests. And if you're parking your car for more than 2 weeks, don't leave it half empty tank. The empty space allows air and moisture to enter, which accelerates the ethanol water reaction. Keep it full to minimize air space. This is the single most effective thing you can do to prevent tank rust. Now let's talk about the price. You may have noticed that E20 hasn't necessarily made fuel cheaper at the pump. That's because the cost of ethanol production and logistics is high, and the government is balancing those costs. But the hidden cost is the maintenance. If you're paying for a fuel pump replacement because of internal corrosion, that's a massive hidden tax on your wallet. Ethanol has lower energy density than pure gasoline. Scientifically speaking, you are getting fewer miles per liter. So even if the price at the pump is lower, your overall cost per kilometer might actually stay the same or even rise slightly. If you've been tracking your own mileage over the last 3 months, you might have noticed a roughly 3 to 4% drop in your fuel efficiency. Now that might sound small, but over a year, it adds up to a significant chunk of change. By 2027, the government plans to expand this in future. This is not going away. The real winners are the sugar and the grain farmers. But for us, it's simple. Maintain your vehicle better. Expect a slight dip in mileage and stop blaming the petrol pump attendant for the fuel price fluctuations. Who bears the brunt of this? It's not the policymakers or the corporate. It's the common man. Think about the delivery executive on an old motorcycle, the auto rickshaw driver scraping together daily earnings, or the small town commuter. When their fuel efficiency drops, their monthly fuel budget spikes. When their engine seizes due to ethanol corrosion, the repair bill eats up weeks of saving. For millions of poor and lower middle class Indians whose vehicles are the only livelihood, E20 is in green innovation. It's an invisible tax on survival. The frustration has boiled over. A citizen initiative called Team Bharat, backed by a public figure and activists like Tashin Poonawalla, has organized a massive Gandhi March on 31st July in New Delhi. The march starts at India Gate and heads towards the residence of the office of key union minister like Nitin Gadkari and Hardeep Singh Puri, before wrapping up at Parliament Street. And their core demands are the availability of unblended petrol or clean E10 option for older vehicles, a 20% price discount on E20 fuel to match its lower energy output, clear accountability and solution for millions of vehicle owners left stranded with damaged engines. Are you noticing a mileage drop in your car or bike after the E20 rollout? Do you feel consumers should have a right to choose pure petrol? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to know how to prepare your car or bike for the next fuel evolution, so stick around. In the next video, I'll break down the best fuel additives to keep your engine running smooth. Stay safe on the roads, and I'll catch you in the next one.